How would you describe the need to keep up with the younger digital nation in your field, since it's mostly, high-tech young kids?
It's critical, and I meet with other professors and instructors sometimes, and there is a tendency among us to say, well, students aren't like they used to be, and they don't concentrate. And I always say, no, students aren't like they used to be. And it's frustrating sometimes. But I think, all the griping aside, we have to do something to get to students. And so I'm always trying to look for somewhere that I don't want to bore them with the old antique stuff, but yet some of that you have to know. But you have to kind of try to fit into the culture, or at least help them with the culture. Things like short videos. Students today are they like short pieces of information. So rather than having you sit and watch 50 minutes of a digital nation thing, probably more like a 5-minute thing would work better, and have multiple ones.
So shorter attention span?
Not necessarily. Sometimes I think that has a negative connotation, and it's just a different attention span than being able to delve into something for a lot of detail. You guys, you pick up information from a lot of places quickly, and so we have to modify how we approach it to do that.
Okay. Have you found that people from the baby boomer area or the digital era are easier to motivate in any way? Any motivational trends between the two?
It's different. I don't know if it's easier or not. Yeah, it's a different way of motivating. I know because of my age and my generation what buttons to push in my generation, and I struggle a little more with how do I motivate young people because they're not of my generation. But I don't know if it's not better or worse. It's just different.
Because of your age, what norms do you think exist in your field that are different from if you were just a younger digital nation person trying to work as a teacher?
Okay. Again, I think my values and my norms are more prescribed. They're more rigid. They're more categorized. And young people, for example, I know that young people are very interested in a non-standard workday. I don't have a problem with a 9-to-5 workday, but a lot of young people say, I don't want the 9-to-5. I want to make more flexibility than that.
Living as a baby boomer and being so involved in the technical generation, what are the communication differences that you think are the biggest problems between baby boomers and the digital nation?
Well, I don't know if they're problems or not, but things like email. I get, and I probably told you in class, I get emails from students that say Ron blah blah blah, and they don't sign it. And I can't tell from their email address who they're from. And so the style, or I get emails that don't have any punctuation. They're kind of like a text message. And to me, when you write communication, it should be formed into sentences with capitalization and punctuation.
Is there anything you just that you could communicate to the digital nation about communicating with baby boomers? Something that you don't feel like we really understand, or we don't know?
I will. The one thing that strikes me in communicating with young people is they seem to have two vocabularies. One when they're talking to professors or adults, and another one when they're talking between each other. And I don't think that's a problem. I just think they need to be aware of that. And by the end of most semesters in my classes, students are becoming familiar enough with me that I start getting the young person communication rather than the here's young person to adult communication. So you just need to be aware, especially when you're in a kind of a job interview type situation or an evaluation situation, that you want to use the professional voice rather than the colleague voice, I guess.
Right.